And how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel for the second video of the day. You guys have been absolutely killing it on the views, so I just want to say I really appreciate it. Like I said, I know it's leaks, but it's just fantastic that you guys are actually coming to the channel and hitting that subscribe button. So keep on doing that. We will be giving something away soon. I'm not too sure what yet, but it'll be awesome. Maybe I'll wait until this comes out on DVD. I don't know yet. Or maybe I'll give away like seasons 1 through 7. I'm not too sure yet, but anyways, I'm sure as you can tell by the title of the video, we are going to be talking about Tyrion, the fate of Tyrion. So, yeah, we'll talk a little bit about what I feel like has pretty much led to the doom of his character. And, yeah, we'll talk about what I think is going to happen, especially based on these plot leaks. You guys know I've pretty much just been going off the plot leaks because that's really the only thing that's important to me right now. I can't really see any crazy theories coming about or coming along or anything like that even could come into fruition just due to the poor writing on this season. You guys know how I feel about it. But yeah, anyways, so basically it says that Tyrion is going to be picked up. He's going to be walking through the aftermath of King's Landing. He's going to be walking through what's left. And it says on this that he's going to see Jaime's hand. Now, he is going to eventually find out that Jaime and Cersei are dead. I'm not too sure how exactly that's going to happen. I can't really see them finding his hand, especially him. That just seems a little weird to me. You know, the castle's coming down. He's being smushed, basically. So, excuse me, why would he find his hand separated from his body? So, I feel like they're going to be pretty buried. I'm not exactly sure how he's going to find out that they're dead, but that is going to be heartbreaking. Tyrion loves his family. He always has, especially Jaime. Obviously, he would do anything for him. I'm pretty sure he knows kind of the outcome of how Dany's going to feel after he freed his brother. So, you know, he loves his brother. He was the only one that was there for him the whole time. That was a very touching scene when he did, release Jaime. But yeah, so when he finds out that Jaime dies, that could kind of put Tyrion in a non-caring about anything type of mood, I guess, like type of attitude, type of character. Like he's just not going to really care about much. His queen that he, I think he was in love with her. He was in love with Dany, the queen that he pretty much worshipped, the one that he's changed for, the one that he felt like was going to be really a queen for the greater good, has basically turned into the Mad King. So it's like they're starting all that over again. You guys know that they've already dealt with that before. So yeah, Tyrion finding out that his brother's dead, his sister's dead, which means the baby's dead, which he always loved his niece and nephews, plus on top of Dany just going berserk. Like we could see in this episode a completely different Tyrion, even completely different from this season, where he's kind of been a not so smart character, I guess you could say. Tyrion's been died down a little bit in this season, but yeah, I just feel like we're going to see Tyrion in a whole different light. So yes, obviously I do think that it will end in Tyrion being imprisoned somehow. So it does say that basically, what? I guess at some point Dany is walking down the stairs. Dany, I guess, was giving a speech or something, and she turns to Tyrion and tells him he committed treason. Hopefully they don't just put him in a cell off screen like they did Jaime, but you never know. You honestly never know. It's only going to be an hour and a half, and they have to wrap up everything, and Dany has to die. I'm not too sure, but anyways, Tyrion tells her that she killed thousands of innocent people, and he takes off the hand's pen and throws it. I could see that, and then Dany has him sent to prison. So I could see all of that. So basically, then it sounds like we have Tyrion in prison. Jon comes to Tyrion. I don't exactly know how that's going to work, but yeah, he basically tells Jon, just trying to turn her on Dany, like he realizes like, hey, Jon would be the best bet. So yeah, basically, I guess nothing really happens until Jon ends up killing Dany, and then Grey Worm has Jon and Tyrion as prisoners. So then this says we basically get a council, and Tyrion is appointed by Bran, who is apparently the new king, as Hand of the King. So I don't know. Will Tyrion really end up Hand again? I'm not too sure. But yeah, Tyrion tells Jon that his punishment is going back to the Wall to join the Night's Watch. So how weird would it be that basically it sounds like that they're making it that Tyrion is talking to Jon, convincing him to turn on Dany. Maybe he doesn't necessarily mean kill, but how else are you going to do it? But Tyrion is the one to talk Jon into killing Dany. and then still punishes him by sending him to the wall. Maybe he kind of knows that, maybe Jon makes it sound like he wants to go north. Maybe Jon, you can just tell that he's completely done with it, wants nothing to do with the throne or anything like that. But Jon also loves his family too, so I don't really know. But yeah, it sounds like Tyrion is pretty much the spearhead that's pointing towards Jon being exiled to the north, which they're saying it as the Night's Watch are at the wall. I'm not too sure exactly how that'll go down either, because do they really need it anymore? I don't know. So anyways, it sounds like Tyrion ends up back, and the council is handed the king, and yeah, pretty much sounds like from there in this one that he pretty much just helps Bran rule, I guess, as hand of the king. So then there's this little bit of an alternate ending, which it says is less likely, but I think it's going to be combined. This says Tyrion's trial. So I do think there will be a trial in the Dragon Pit, and I do think it will be Tyrion. So yes, where we go from there, it says that it's not going to have Jon or Dany or anybody like that. So I'm not exactly sure. Like, why would these other characters really care that he freed Jaime? I guess I could see Sansa being kind of mad, but I can't really see Sansa really feeling too hateful towards Tyrion, if that makes sense. I don't really know what freeing Jaime really did as far as offending any other character besides Dany. So the trial at the Dragon Pit, I feel like we got to see the Dragon Pit because we know they did rent out that area to shoot. But at the same time, that doesn't make as much sense as Dany just having Tyrion in prison. So yeah, I kind of feel like maybe she has him in prison and then somehow they still end up in the Dragon Pit. But this says that there's no Jon or Dany or dragons. So I'm not exactly too sure about that. But yeah, then this one, they also said, let me see. Oh, at the end of this other alternate ending that I guess came from Fricky, was that Tyrion was pretty much killed. So I don't know. I still feel like Tyrion's going to live. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Tyrion is going to live or die? I feel like he's going to live, but at the same time, I don't really know. Just think about that. If Tyrion's gone, Dany's gone, and Jon's gone, like, they've wiped out their whole slew of main characters. Tyrion was in the most episodes, I think probably followed by Jon and Dany or somewhere like that, but Tyrion was definitely in the most episodes, so it's almost kind of like he's been the main character, really. Like, I don't know. It definitely flips around a little bit, but it would have to be Tyrion, Jon, or Dany. I think those are kind of the three core characters to this story. So if they pretty much get rid of all of them, I don't know. That sounds a little weird to me in the fashion that they did it in, because obviously Jon's probably going to kill Dany. That's the way everybody's thinking it's going to go. Jon's going to get exiled north, and then they're just going to execute Tyrion for freeing his brother somehow without Dany being present. I don't know. These are where these leaks are starting to sound a little bit fishy, but you guys know they've pretty much nailed everything so far. So yeah, that's pretty much excuse me, that's pretty much what we've got right here. It does say let me see. Okay, this could be very possible. It does say that both endings combined, King's Council seems most likely. It's cheaper to shoot. They keep saying that. Tyrion will give a speech answering his betrayal, like in the alternate ending, but instead of being killed, is spared and joins the King's Council. That's kind of what I think is going to happen. I feel like Dany may imprison him somehow, kind of like we talked about in the beginning, and then he is sent to trial, maybe after she's dead already. I'm not too sure. And then somehow they will just decide not to kill him because all he did was really free his brother. You know, like what one of those characters wouldn't have done that? And it's not like Jaime ended up doing anything. He pretty much got stabbed, ended up killing Euron, and then died by a freaking castle. So yeah, he didn't really do anything. It's not like he was going after Dany or anything like that. So I can't really see a good reason for Tyrion to die unless somehow they just let Dany execute him. Like Dany would have to be in charge of it. I don't feel like Grey Worm would really do it. But I feel like Grey Worm's also going to play a pretty big part in this next episode. So it's definitely going to be pretty interesting. But definitely let me know what you guys think. I think the fate of Tyrion, he's going to live. I hope so, honestly, because, you know, they've pretty much dumbed down his character. He's been making really poor decisions. He's not nearly as smart as he was portrayed in the first 7 seasons. He's just not been the really good go-to guy. Like, they've pretty much just... They've ruined every character, man. Like, they beefed up Arya a little bit, but it's almost to the point to where it looks like she just has plot armor, so, like, nothing's going to happen to her. Sansa was about the same, but we haven't seen a lot of her. I don't know, man. They've pretty much just kind of, they've like really think of one character other than Arya that they've actually done something with. Cersei, no. Euron, no. Jaime, no. Tormund, but obviously not as a core character. You know what I mean? They haven't really done anything for any of these core characters, which just blows my mind. It really just hit me right now that honestly, all of these characters, they have done nothing good for them at all. Like nobody's really, like all of their characteristics, all of their arcs have just declined totally. And that's sad. Like I can't believe that. I think I'm going to make a video actually after the show's over. I'll maybe make it on Tuesday, maybe tonight. I'm not too sure, but I got to work tomorrow. Maybe we'll talk about all the declines of all of the characters. I don't know. Would you guys even be interested in Game of Thrones videos after this is all said and done? I don't really know if people will be watching it, honestly, or I don't know. What do you guys think? But nonetheless, just kind of talking about Tyrion a little bit. I think it is very interesting because a lot of people had Tyrion turning on Dany to help Cersei. Like apparently when he was at the Dragon Pit before and he went and talked to Cersei and he came back and said that she would help. I've been telling people from the get-go, though, that is not going to happen. They were looking way too far into it. I didn't feel like it was going to be this bad of a season, but I kind of figured in 6 episodes they weren't going to be coming up with anything maniacal and crazy like that. Somebody did leave a comment that was pretty interesting. They said, what if everybody thinking that Dany was pregnant and stuff, like all that information we got and Tyrion's betrayal was actually how it was going to go, and then the show writers figured out that all of that stuff was leaked and everybody already thought like that, so they just decided to completely change it. I don't know. That sounds crazy to me, but nonetheless, thank you guys so much for watching. What do you guys think is going to happen to Tyrion? Pretty much one of the 3 core characters, I do think. He's been in the most episodes out of everybody, and Peter Dinklage is a great actor, so that's one good thing about Tyrion as of right now. Peter Dinklage is amazing. All of the actors and actresses have been absolutely amazing. They just they weren't given really good roles this season. So nonetheless, I do think Tyrion will live. I do think there will be a trial at the Dragon Pit. He will be involved, but I think he's going to live. So that's my guess right now. We'll see how it goes in a couple hours. Definitely let me know what you guys think, and we will see you in the next video. If you guys even want to talk about Game of Thrones, definitely check the links below if you want to see these spoilers yourself. They've been 100% right about pretty much everything so far. So, yeah, I'm scared.